Hey guys, ICC Cup Fitz back here, and we're gonna have a kind of a more of a interesting, kind of funny game, kind of like what a replay of the week number 5 ended up being. This was sent to me by Fry, who actually ran this little tournament. It's a 2v2v2v2v tournament. So we're gonna see how it goes. It's gonna be on Big Game Hunters. The Kespa version, so I guess it's going to be more balanced, I guess. I don't really know how it's going to really play out. In this version, though, we'll be at guys at every expand, so that's nice, instead of it being, like, all the way out here. So it's a bit more balanced. So I actually don't know what the teams are, because there's no brackets. Like, there's nothing on this tournament, except for, like, the official thing on the ICC Cup, like, news thing, and, yeah, there wasn't really much on this, so I'm just gonna have to really go by it. And there was an angry viewer that I guess we could say who was watching a replay of the week, which got the most views because it was the pro one. It was gonna be I forget. I think it was Jadong. No, it was Jadong versus Dolphin. The ZVT, I think, from last week or this week. I forget. Whatever. So he was saying, like, I had to mute this guy because it was like my own social time. And if I'm having that like thing come across you, I'm sorry if that comes off across. The whole reason why I just kind of go off and just kind of talk about other things is because, number one, I don't really know what to talk about, and I don't want to be there just sitting there awkwardly and just being like, oh, okay, and I don't really know what to do. So I just kind of, you know, deal with the fact that yeah, to just kind of just talk about some other things. If I'm not trying to do it because I'm trying to be like social and you guys are my only friends or anything. If that's the point that's coming across, I'm sorry. And you know, I really don't even know how to like analyze this game at all. I think it's just going to be kind of interesting to see what goes on. Our players, though. I know there's NB Favorite, who's averaging 130. He's a Protoss player. That's Plus. Plus is averaging 115. He's going to be a Protoss. Blue is going to be Desktop. He's averaging 87 this game. Brown Protoss is averaging NB Favorite, which is going to be 130. I think I'm missing a player, too. And Teal Terran is going to be Wingman. Wingwan is going to be averaging 104. White Zerg is going to be FGIJK, which is averaging 127. And that's all the links I have on them. Because it was a 2v2v2v, and I thought one team wasn't showing up because it's odd. Because, like, it's 7 players, so one person's not actually showing up. So we're going to probably see some crazy shenanigans. This guy looks like a computer going Forge before... double cannon before gateway. That's kind of funny. Oh man, what's his name? Plus is kind of funny. So a lot of crazy shenanigans. Ella chasing an SUV. So it looks like the brown Protoss is going to be doing some early aggression maybe. But there are a lot of links here which kind of tend to dominate. Oh, they're blue and teal and brown are on the same team. So we'll see how this goes. So he's just doing a 2-gate pressure into Cybercore, so nothing out of the ordinary. Zerg is not expanding or doing anything because it's so hard to expand on this map. Like everywhere you go, there's just kind of ridiculous. And what? That gas is just misplaced, I think. What happened to the smiley face? You were like right here and right here. What happened to the double gas? Oh no. Oh, that's gotta suck. 3 hatcheries? What? I'm confused. Massling, I guess. He doesn't even have that high of a drone count. And he's totally like a boss. And we'll have a bunker full of Marines, so nothing should really penetrate that, especially if we can repair that. And this guy is just like, you know what, I could put cannons everywhere in my mineral line. And he's even getting +1 attack, not bad by Red. Red is going mech, it looks like. Good SCV count. No one's in the south the most south base. So that's pretty interesting stuff there. Now there's an overlord. So I guess going to my social time, as this guy would call it. For news this week, I don't have the replay of the weeks yet. Hashim hasn't been on yet, so I don't have those yet. I will be trying to get some more D-rank games. I have started game 1 of Team 8 versus Team 4, so that was a pretty short game. The first game was a PvP, pretty short. But it's a lower league game, so you can kind of learn from it. And this guy's gonna be turning like a boss, no big deal. So just going by like the build, Red is going mech, and he's getting Siege Shank, and this guy's gonna be going all mech most likely because he's gonna be, yeah. There's a lot of mineral patches. She'll be able to produce 2 factories, no problem. Teal is going to look like he's going to be doing the same thing. He did expand though, so he's going to be in better situation than Red is going to be in. Orange is dying from a getting attack from Zerglings and Range Dragoons, I believe. And he's trying to get that cannon in range, but that's not going to rush. Zergling run by is going to be going into the main of the Blue Predator. Wow, this is getting a little ridiculous. He's not going any predefined build. I don't know what he's going. Maybe DT. But he's going charge lots, actually. And he's actually going to be able to clean this up because there are no Lings here to deal with this. It looks like Orange will be just fine for this time being. Okay, so that didn't do much. He's going Spire, so he's most likely going to be going into Mute Attack. This guy is also getting +1 attack and putting equal cannons. He's not really doing too much. He was trying to do early game aggression, but didn't really do much. So he will be. So Blue and Orange do a map control, which is always good. If you can get a free tank kill, that's never bad. And just be careful he doesn't want to let those get through, and will fall. He's not going to actually attack this, which he might be able to do some damage. But yeah, he's going to go mainly mech. At this point, Red is going to be building up just his own mech army. Going to bring stuff up here. Now, Teal is doing something crazy shenanigans, going strict bio, apparently. Marine, no, that's a lot of Marines. No upgrades to speak of. Nope, no, +1 armor is coming up. And this guy looks like he's going Mass Zergling. Hard counter completely, but he will have Dragoons here, which do pretty much gets the hard counter to Goliath. It looks like he might be able to finally kill off this expand. Did he really get a lot out of this? Not really. Enough to at least make the expand worthwhile. But a Mighty Storm can do a lot of damage to these Muta, but I believe they're on the same time. Yeah, Blue and Orange are on the same side. And this base will fall, leaving Yellow to 1 base, and he still could be macroing fairly more efficiently, but you know, can't really focus too much on what that. And actually, Red and White are actually on the same team, and wow, 140 supply to 93. That's gonna be hard for both players to deal with. So it'll be Siege Tank versus Siege Tank. It'll be definitely hard for him to deal with this. Kind of like, I don't even know what to go on about this. He'll be just pushing up with a whole like platoon of Goliath, and looks like they're just kind of pushed back now at this point, as he does have a lot of Marines at this point. Didn't even see these extra protection facilities up here. Not utilizing these 3 barracks yet. And Orange and Brown is still producing mass gateway units, a couple more cannons like Protosters love to do. Looks like oh, there's an Archon. If that connects, oh, that could have been devastating. And there's a lot of Muta to White, and it looks like Red and White are gonna look like the best seem to be in the best situation in this game at this point in time. They do have Red has 2 bases, White is off of 3, and a 3 base you know, Zerg is gonna be very, very hard to deal with. They've both been playing very presently passive this most game. You know, Yellow and Orange have been really kind of attacking Brown and Blue, so they've been attacking each other. It looks like Teal is the only one who is left without a teammate at this point in time. And now if we look at, like, reveal entire map, there's no difference going on here. The whole map is pretty much revealed at this point with all these players going out. So, looks like Yellow is not going to be able to really tase expand, as there was a huge siege tank line there to deal with that. And will he lose that tank? He needs to kill this off so he can take his expand. But a whole bunch of Goliaths are going to come here. And you know, Orange isn't really helping out his teammate that much here. It's going to be really hard to deal with that, because as there's a whole platoon of this whole other army is just kind of like over here, so he can't really do much about it, and can't really help back up his teammate right here. Gonna put down the command center, just gonna wall off a little bit better. Gonna probably potentially put a tank down. See if he can actually do that. You gotta siege him up, man. You gotta siege him up. You know, the reason for that is that so the units can just run in, so it'd be harder for them to, you know, get in range of the tanks. I heard a storm go down. I didn't really see what it was really going for, but, you know, regardless, Teal is playing it very, very passive as well. You know, building up a huge army. 112 army supply to 151 for the Terran, for Red Terran, excuse me. Yellow's at a measly 68. Orange is at a measly 79. Blue is at a 41. All he really has is a laying at this point. Orange is at a 141, so pretty big army, unless that's mainly drones, because he's going to be up for 3 base right now. So, left untouched, Protoss could do damage to this. It'll be hard for him to break this huge siege line, though. And this is the first time I've ever seen someone actually take the center base and excuse me, and blah, 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 blah. Fighting, not fighting field, yeah. Not fighting field, what's this? Big Game Hunters. And it looks like he'll be able to just kill off some tanks here. And, just some stuff chilling around here. Yellow's out of mining. He's gonna have to put down a base somewhere. He's just repairing his army. Not a bad thing, but you know, he needs to expand somehow. Oh, that's douche. That's a douche move right there. I feel bad for Yellow. Okay. So, just you know, some back and forth stuff. Apparently, Dragoon's like, you know what? I'm just gonna yeah. So I'm just gonna speed this up 2 times just to figure out what the hell is going on here. Muta's picking. It looks like just red and white are just gonna kind of wait it out until they have 200 army, and the thing is they can get away with that right now because they're not getting harassed. If this base was to get harassed, or this base, he could do some damage. However, that is a lot of meat flock, though. However, if he got Valkyries, he could do a lot of damage. Yeah, if you got Valkyries. Problem is, I don't think they're gonna be. I think the problem is they're not gonna like gain alliances or anything and take out yellow. Red and white. Because these two guys do not want each other, but they're gonna have to, you know, combine attacks to take out red. Because what do you do against this? There's such a huge widespread of tanks, and then you have the mutant support to kill off pretty much anything that's gonna attack there. So it's gonna be really hard to break that. Yellow's going back. It looks like he did a recall. He did a major drop. Will it do any damage? A lot of mutant are falling. A lot of stims happening, and this is exactly what he needs to do to kill off that main army. Will Red respawn? No, he will not. He'll only bring out a couple things. It looks like he might be trying to push in against Teal. He will have quite a few bunkers still full. It looks like he's going to be killing off the main here. If he gets Hive Tech down and the Spire, that's going to be deadly. Will he have another Spire anywhere around him? Will he have another lair? He will not. And it looks like he'll lose this base. Guardians are out, which are very, very good against pretty much anything Terran. But Irradiates are still very, very good, and Ultras are here to clean it up. The Hive does not go down, thankfully, for white. But now, it's going to be a while before, Teal can really deal with that. He doesn't have anything. That was pretty much the last resort of Teal. He's pretty much out of this game at this point. Yellow's been able to secure his natural at this point in time. And stuff has been pretty passive in the north end of this map. So we're going to have to kind of see what's going on around here. Pretty crazy stuff going on, especially at 2 times, because, man, there's a mouthful to say here. Okay, so, tanks are shelling at random stuff, and it looks like even has an Arbiter, and it looks like blue has a couple Guardians. Still mining off that's first base. I don't think what's blue's name? Yeah, desktop's it's not very good at this game, but he will be picking off a couple siege tanks, and he doesn't really have Goliath at this point, which I'm surprised by. Where is this Goliath? But he will have a Radiates to deal with this. He doesn't want to. There we go. But there are the Goliaths to deal with that. Looks like he will be coming in. Stacy Field does go off. Not really doing too much, and not really attacking the siege tanks, but Brown will be coming in here. Teal, Orange isn't doing much. He does have a pretty big army in his main. And it looks like Red is finally going to fall. And he didn't really get too much out of that main base either, but yeah, White is back here to back up with a whole bunch of Ultras, 4-1 Ultras, and will be putting down another Macro Hatch in his base. And it looks like he's going to be doing another major drop happening. These are not all full, though only maybe 4 or 5 of them are actually full, but it looks like he's going to be doing another major drop. Somewhere, but he even has a couple battle cruisers in the mix, so that could do some damage. Mutas are attacking over here. There isn't really much anti-air to deal with this one Goliath, but they do have quite a bit of range, especially if he has that range upgrade. So, what is going on here? I'm trying to look for any kind of drop thing. Radiate doesn't go off, but looks like Red's army is, Blue has a supply of 16. I'm gonna lose this spawning pool. Wow. A 4 Zealot drop is done in catastrophic damage. Finally, we'll be extended by a couple 3 meters, but nothing too much. Looks like Red is gonna reclaim his new center base. In a lot of production facilities, and getting another starport. Maybe it might be going for more mainly air, tech switching into something maybe. Yeah, Teal is still producing stuff. I don't know how he is. He doesn't really have much back in his natural, but he still is mining, thankfully. And will irradiate these 2 Guardians, and they both will fall. I believe irradiates are enough to kill off Guardians. Yep, both kill at the same time. And Orange is at a 172. Looks like he's gonna just wait till max out to try to push out Orange. Brown, excuse me, kind of. That is way oversaturation. He can put down a couple more gateways to produce more, as he's really not doing that. But he does have defensive things over here to just help Yellow out, as he still is mining off his natural. So it's kind of been, I mean, White and Red are looking pretty hard to beat right now, and he's looking like he's tech switching into Wraith right now. Upgrades are showing that as well. So it's going to be air to air, Sky Terran and Ultra Ling, so we'll have to see if that's going to be beatable. I think it's a pretty odd composition, but Ultras can take a lot of damage on the ground, and they can do a lot of damage. It looks like Teal's going to be out of this game very, really shortly. Going to be doing a lot of drops. Good positioning as well, because the Ultras cannot get around that very, very efficiently. So Ultras are going to have to back out. But this does leave the base susceptible to damage. It looks like he's even going Battle Cruiser as well. Right, it's Battle Cruiser, so Sky Terran indeed. And, you know, I think Orange and Brown are going to have to take it at the same time to really break that. You know, Brown's teammate Blue is at a 12 supply. He's not really doing too much. He has enough to re-expand, but what can you expand to? Ooh, that storm, nice storm right there, really doing a lot of damage to that. If he's smart, he will repair those. However, as battle cruisers are very expensive units, and you don't really want to lose. EMP does go off something of that entire army. Will he get the EMP? No, there's enough for another money storm there. Not really doing too much. One storm off for that 200 energy, and it looks like he has a pretty big Bioforce again. But you know, Ultra Battle Cruiser, that's gonna be pretty hard to beat with this mass strict out bio. But Storm will kind of beat that by itself. So good play to have those, you know, those defensive High Templar at Yellow's base, because he can't really do much. Defilers in the mix as well. Going to be really hard to break through that. And Dark Archon. But this is, the reason for this is when in team games, when people mass the Battlecruiser, there's one counter for Protoss, and that is to get a mass Dark Archon and get Mind Control, which he's actually researching right now. Surprisingly, I was able to get that right in time. So we'll probably see some mass mind control sooner or later. Or if it was going to be super cool, mind control a drone and do it that way, but probably not. But we shall see. Anything can happen in StarCraft, especially in this game, as we haven't really been seeing. We've been seeing way too much crazy stuff going on. And this base has finally ceased to stop mining. Does he have those High Templar in range? He does have enough for about 4 storms together. So we'll have to see if he can do that. I'm not sure if that's intentional spread or not, but at least that was pretty good. Both mining off the main base, and there's pretty much every base has been pretty much mined out at this point in time. So every planet's gonna have to eventually, you know, push out. Eventually, storms will go off. Double storm does go off. Archon gonna finally transform. Will he actually cancel it? Doesn't look like it will, and that Archon will fall. So yeah, looks like this is like some mega HQ of everything, and there's a lot of Zealot Archon. Not gonna lie, a lot of oh, stasis field does go off. Will he mind control? I'm not sure if you can. Yamato looks like it's gonna be ready to fire up. Go, 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 something like that. Looks like it's gonna be a little bit more passive right now. I believe an EMP did go off. This is gonna be pretty hard. Will he stasis field? He doesn't have enough for stasis field. Stasis field will go off now. Now he can just start storming. Mind control. This mind controls have to happen. No, they don't. He was just able to get up. Yeah. I guess the Archons were just enough to deal with that, and just gonna be trying to kill off these tanks. Meantime, so yeah. So Red has quite a few minerals, so he can continue to reproduce his army. Same thing on the White. He has 8,000 minerals. So definitely Red and White are looking very, very powerful right now compared to you know. He has a very, very strong army, but if this all falls, could be very, very bad. He will be storming. This is a very good defensive position for him to be in, and playing it very, very safe and smart at the same time. It looks like Teal just doesn't have anything left. He has a couple battle cruisers with dropships and a couple marines. And a lot of chatter going on. I don't really know what's going on at all. And mosquitoes apparently are over here. And I don't like mosquitoes, and I think I pissed it off pretty bad for it to not like me that much. So, anyway, if I say ouch, like that means I got stung by some kind of mosquito thing or something like that. You know, it's that time of year again, so around my area where we get mosquitoes, and it's not fun. But hey, it's nice weather, so I'm gonna stay with it anyway. So, it looks like pretty passive stuff going on right now. I'm looking at all the bases. Mind out. Looks like something's gonna be happening over here. And yeah, so I don't really know what is going on here. This base. Oh, that is sneaky. It looks like he's gonna be pushing in here with a lot of Hydra now. Looks like he's going to be able to finish off these people or not. Mind control does happen. Not really going to do much with that. That battle cruiser will fall. A lot of cannons here. Hydra might fall. No, they won't. Hydra +3 Hydra plus. Oh, hallucinated. That's funny. That's so funny. But did he have to attack with that? Ah, that sucks. Apparently Blue thinks the actions are real. And yeah, it looks like they're kind of raining tower. Now they just have to break through Orange. Yeah, this is where they're going to have to really kind of team up. And I don't really know how well it's going to happen because Storm's good for defense, but Siege Tanks kind of beat Storm. Oh! That was hard to see. But Hydra is so cheap. Yellow's down to 50 supply, but that really shouldn't be a problem. Well, his own main got killed off. I'm surprised. But yeah, but still going to be pretty hard for him to deal with. And just kind of harassing with a couple battle cruisers. Nothing too much. But Hydra can do a lot of damage versus battle cruisers, and it has to be a little careful about that. And I'm going to have to bump this up to 4 times now, because this is kind of ridiculous. I'll slow it down for any kind of impact, but every player is kind of being a little passive right now. He's mining again. Oh, he's building one more Marine. Oh no! And looks like Teal just got pretty much killed off. Yeah, ow, that's gotta hurt. Bye-bye, Teal. Red's almost out of minerals, and white is still has like 1,000 minerals left. So, there's a lot of chatter going on. I wish I could read it all to you, but that's not gonna happen because I can't read at 4 times. Plus, there's left actually. Oh no! Oh no! And the problem is you don't get to control those units either. Oh, now there's only Brown left, and his whole army's gone. It looks like that's game over. I mean, that's the only thing they would have had. Oh no! It looks like red and white won this game. Those could have done so much damage. Blue has done nothing this entire game. And Brown's being a little pissy. Oh, there's his army. I didn't see that. He does have an army left. Will this be able to do a lot of damage? We'll have to see. All comes down to this engagement here. Does lose a Dragoon, and that Dragoon he cannot rebuild. So remember, any unit he loses he cannot rebuild. Pretty much everywhere else in this map, nothing can really happen. They pretty much wasted all their resources. White can rebuild a couple Hydra. Red, once he loses his stuff, it's gone. So we'll have to see how it comes to this. He does have a lot of. Oh, he gets even the mind control off the Science Russell, and that's the thing about this. He can just sit back and slowly build up his army with these Dark Archon. He just hasn't. He has enough for another. I think he'll even get a couple more minerals in the mix, and he'll even get snipe on that. So he just has to slowly push. It should make it kind of somewhat interesting. Who's Wingman? Who's Wingman? I don't even know who Wingman was. I forget. So we'll have to see what comes of it. 500 parry in something. They're speaking another language. Oh, he just lost his side vessels. A lot of Scourge are coming in. Will they connect? I'm not sure if they did. I don't know if they did that much damage at all, actually. The problem with that is they just wasted so much gas on those like 12 Scourge. We'll have to see if these do damage. Now, will they? And it looks like they're just waiting for that Yamato to happen, you know. Blue will actually be finally somewhat helpful with this Scourge. And will just instantly kill that factory here. Huh. So apparently we're in like an hour at this point, if you guys didn't notice. I'm just like, honestly, like, there's nothing happening. I don't know. Thing is, like, you can never go back in Brood War, so people are like, oh, he's trying to lure the Scourge in, and he actually did lure him in. Both are really high on gas, though, so he could actually build another High Templar if he wished. But he just doesn't have... Yeah, so the problem is right here is that he's in such a strong spot here. He can win this now. That's the funny thing. Oh man, that's funny. He can't deal with the fact he has nothing to compensate for this. He has Battle Cruises, he has Dark Archon, and he has everything he needs to deal with this to win this game. He can't do anything about it. He has Scourge and Hydra, but can he actually do? His only best bet right now is to move in, but he has so many storms, and he's stupid just not to give up the storms. He should be fine. The lucky noob, grr. We'll just 8 times this because they're not going anywhere. Oh, he actually loses the High Templar though. And he'll even land this, so this mobile forces can't go through. He's fresh out of minerals. Yeah, so yeah, pretty long game. I'm not gonna lie, but so actually Brown was able to win, you know, and this game's gone on for way too long. And that's the GG. You guys saw it yourselves. I mean, somehow Blue and you know, Brown somehow overcame this, and I think the game would have been completely different if plus the orange guy didn't quit. But you saw it. Brown and Blue did some really early game aggression. Wasn't really that effective. Kind of held off, and then Red and White kind of dominated the entire thing. But then. He had Dark Archon plus High Templar, and you know that energy's free, so you're kind of able to kind of do a lot with that. Fitz tip of the game: don't play this game. Don't play this game type because it's not really balanced. Protoss can kind of just sit back with all their spellcasters and you know kind of just do that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like. I have never seen enough of big game hunters to say if this is balanced or not, but I just say stick with ladder, stick with 1v1, 2v2 at most. Otherwise, you know, thanks Fry for you know making this thing possible. And you know have fun, guys. Peace. Fitz is out of here, out of your hair, out of your skin. I'm gonna go read some more of my JRP book, which means it's going to be a long night of notes. But otherwise, I'm going to get this video up for you guys, and have a nice night. Peace.